I love to understand the business. And part of that is why I wanted to go to school, right, to understand business more. So typically I'll get like a request to meet with Amanda form, and it'll say, I want to, we need a new website. That's like the biggest thing, right? Like we're doing marketing and it's just not working. Like something's wrong with our website. So I'm like, okay. So I go do my homework and I'm like, tell me more about that. So they'll start telling me about, I don't like how it looks, or I don't like this form, or I think we need to have a better About Us page. And so I'll talk to them about, okay, but what are you hoping is the goal that your website is going to achieve? Like if we're thinking about your website as a tool, what is its job? And so kind of reframing how they're looking at it. And then they'll usually say, well, it's to bring leads in so that we can close deals and have more revenue. And I'm like, okay, like that's perfect. Like that is a good use of our website. But talk to me about that. How many leads do you need on your website? How many are you getting? What is your business goals? What does that growth look like? What are you currently doing? And what other things do you have in place to support this goal? Because if you build a website, like if you build it, they will come is not a real thing. So if we're going to invest, thousands of dollars into a website, we need to have some realistic expectations about what does a website do and what are you actually looking for? So a lot of the times when people think they need a new website, really what they need is maybe a better landing page for whatever their offer is so they can tell their story better. Maybe what they need is an actual marketing campaign to drive visitors to the website that already exists, because sometimes I'm like, I hate to tell you, but I don't think the website is necessarily the problem, or we don't know yet because you don't have enough data to support that the website's the issue. You're not getting enough visitors. So having a much bigger conversation about what are you doing to bring in leads? How are you moving them through the sales funnel? So yes, the website's a big part of that. What does that experience look like? But what are you doing with email? What are you doing on social? What are you doing, networking? What are your salespeople doing? What does it look like from, looking down holistically at your business? Because this is a big investment. Typically, this is all of your budget for the year. And so what is the best way to spend that to support your business goal, not to support this initiative that you originally came to me with? And as I ask questions, I just listen. I'm like, tell me about that. And then they'll tell me, if I'm talking to marketing, they'll tell me, oh, we get leads in and the salespeople don't close them. Or the salespeople will say, they're not giving me any leads, so I don't know what else to do. And so really having a toolkit on our side to help anywhere along that user path where we can plug in and say, here is some low-hanging fruit. Like immediately, you need to plug this hole and this hole, and things will start to flow. And once we have a baseline, then maybe we talk about blowing up the website and having that, tool functioning better for you. But there's 99% of the time, much lower hanging fruit, much more going on with the business than this thing that they want to replace that they think is going to all of a sudden, increase their revenue by 10, 20, whatever percent over the next year. But those are fun conversations for me.
Me too, and I'm not talking about building websites, but I mean, it's a similar concept in that I feel like there's a little bit of like a counseling effect that has to happen where you have to ask them good questions. You have to be open to listening, and you have to let them have a space where they can kind of talk out what they want to do. And good questions help them get to the answers that they really have in their brain somewhere, but they just haven't had time to sit and think about it. And, they're going to love somebody who says, oh no, you don't need to spend 50 grand on a new website. What you need to do is correct this form and give it 3 weeks and see if that fixes part of your problem. And then we can build off of that. And that didn't cost you anything, right?
Absolutely. And then come back and talk to me.
Because eventually
sometimes we're just not a good fit.
Right.